Hello, beautiful beings. Hello, divine creators. Hello, divine weavers. Time for an oracle weaving. Let us weave, let us receive. Let us experience what Source would like each of you to know at this time. Viriatire, talia viria vatorikiesh, rivaire criatur talazato. What are you ready for? What are we receiving? What's the message, Source? What's the message? Something you need to know that's happening at this time in your life. Okay, something you need to know that is occurring right now that you are not aware of. This is a collective, so it's happening within all of us who are aligned with the work, who are awakening and are allowing source creation at this time. Something that's happening that we are to know. Viriata lavere kriya kriyash. Kitriata lava lava kriya. Kita lava. Yes. Okay. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Ooh. Connect to the card. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Vira kikito talovaro. Kiria kriesh kiatalova kriesh. Deep breath out. Vila vila viresh. Rikria kitalovalo. Deep breath in. Viatoka kriesh kituro talo. Vila vila. Vila valo valo. Deep breath out. Ria katatatesh. Miriesh. Keep breathing at ease. Kiriato Kiyash. So, sources bring us a message. This is where we have been, in this cave, in this in-between world, this different portal, this different dimension. And you can see there are lots of snakes in this image. Okay, there are quite a few snakes here at my pinky, there at the third, up here. Transformation, shedding the skin. We have all been going through a period, the initiation, rites of passage. That's what all this learning has been, this healing, these lessons, these cycles, these loops, these never-ending stories, these understandings, these perception shifts, these purgings, these clearings, these healings, this whole journey, initiation to you, to your mastery, to this beautiful frequency you are about to now live. Remember, not everybody can access your power. You are a powerful being. Not everyone can, not just anyone can access that energy, okay? And because you came into earth and you had to heal and you had to release all these things, all your powers, all your gifts, and you had to do the healing and the purging and the clearing to reclaim your truth, you can imagine your source as you came through. You realized, okay, if I'm going to release all these things, if I'm going to align and bind myself with these earth energies in order to transmute them and heal them, I will only accept my full power once it's all done, and once we have reclaimed all that we are. We understand how powerful we are, and we will not allow ourselves to be at our full power unless we have completely graduated from our own source school. So all the different learnings, the lessons, the blocks, the cycles was a way in which you were returning back to you, and you would only be satisfied to allow yourself your full life experience here when you are fully in your frequency. And this card is saying, look, you can see it now. That's how close you are. You're at the edge. This is the last few steps. And Source wanted you to know that is why it's always felt like, is it ever coming? Source, you always keep saying, year after year, month after month, blah, 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 blah. Do we believe you anymore? And Source was saying, yeah, it was a long, long path. You couldn't just allow yourself to reclaim all your power at any state where you were not in your truth. So yes, every single step of the way, every single block, every single heartache, every single hindrance, every single hurdle was you seeing what was not serving you, what could not be for you to be in your full power. None of that could be with you. So if you're still learning the lessons, guess what? You're not ready. If you're still going through the process, guess what? You're not ready. You might think you've done all the work, but no, if you had done the work, you would be there. So great acceptance of the readiness, getting ahead of ourselves, because if we were done, we would be done. And Source is saying, look, finally, you are almost done. And we feel the last few steps is more of, it's less active work, active actioning. It's more of you going with the flow. You see the path is there, right there. It's there. There's no deviation. You just simply keep going, honoring your source. You've now done so much of the work that where you are now almost feels like autopilot, where you just know what feels right, you know what doesn't align, you know when you are off your path, you know how to get back on. It's like you're no longer lost in absent your power. You're now within your power, within your conscious state, within your alchemy, within your clarity, walking and navigating. So they're saying this is just an auto process, so just go forth, go forward. That lightning, that breakthrough is coming, that lightning, divine lightning, coming to shatter this world you were lost in, revealing your light. You're about to step through the gateway, and you all have energetically, you're about to step through it physically, where your physical now becomes that which you know you are, because that's where you know you are meant to be. That's what you keep feeling. That's what's missing. You're like, but I can feel I'm in this world, but it doesn't make sense because I'm meant to be in that world. And that world is now becoming available this year. In fact, for many of you this month, this week, next week, all of you just stepping into it at different frequencies, different times. But know that it's time. Interesting. The timing is very varied, okay? But the majority, all at least this year. But the actual when, Source is saying, when you're done, you'll be done. So don't worry. And the last few steps, as you see, there's light there on the passage, on the path. So you will be receiving, you will be having beautiful shifts. The energy from your world is pouring into your reality now, is seeping into your reality now. That's why you're feeling the changes, and that's why things are looking a little bit closer, a little bit more familiar, a little bit more aligned. And they're saying the closer you are, the more the light seeps in. So know that you will be receiving even more as you now progress. It's not going to feel lackful. It's not going to feel, you're going to feel empowered every step of the way, more and more empowered, more and more abundant. So expect good things now as you align to your reality. We receive no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So Source is saying, as you are ascending these beautiful steps, you see that's that lightning again, purifying and clearing into your dimension, into your stability, the pyramid, into your highest frequency. As you are ascending these energies, really stay the path. Stay the path, okay? Don't be distracted. And don't be distracted. Stay the path. Stay your truth. Don't be distracted by anyone, okay? Don't be distracted. What's happening is, as we are all shifting, right? You can imagine as we are all shifting into this power, into your sovereign energy, the energy is also happening around. So even those who are not doing the work, almost the illusion frequencies, as you are here, you are raising the frequency, you are raising the collective energy. So their world is also improving in a measure. And so old opportunities might arise, or old connections or old experiences now coming into your life or returning into your life. And it might be tempting to say yes because it's what you have known. And yet Source is saying, don't settle for less. There's so much more. You know that you're destined for greatness. You know that your path has so much more to offer. Don't give up yet. Don't give up now, and stay true to the path. Don't let distractions come in. And also don't let people try to destroy what you have built, okay? It's like the more successful you're becoming, you might be attracting people who are now envious, or who are oh, look at you now, so now let me try and get into what you're doing, and let me try and get into your vibe. Or you can feel it. You can feel when it's a no. Just stay your path. Don't be distracted. That's the biggest message we're receiving here. Don't be distracted. Stay your path. Don't be afraid of your power. See this lightning, your power, the divine source energy. They're saying people fear this lightning, but this lightning is your power. It's your divine frequency. So you don't be afraid of your might, of all that you can create. You see, it's tearing things down, this lightning, a bit of a tower, destruction. It's because you're rebuilding. You're releasing the old and rebuilding anew. Don't be afraid to go into your power. Don't let people make you feel, no, you're too much, or you're changing too much, or no, if you do this, it's not, why aren't you caring, or you're ungrateful. No, don't let anybody dissuade you from the path you know is true to you. Stand your ground, stay the path. This is a very sacred part of the journey that you are on right now at this time. This period of time, this transition before you come through. You see, look at that lightning right there, right? And then the lightning here. So there it is, and then there. It's such a sacred, sacred time. Stay your path. Don't be distracted. No, okay. And look at the bottom of the deck, protection, you are protected. You are protected. And look at that moon. We're going to take you because we're in March. We're having all these eclipses. So that's very synchronistic. Call back your power. Cut the cord. Soul retrieval. Yes, you see, just as we said here, the initiation rites, you're coming into your power. You're coming into your power here of the initiation. Coming into your truth. Coming into your frequency. Stay the path. Power retrieval, returning to your power, retrieving your power, calling back your power, cutting the cord, staying the path and saying no to the distractions, soul retrieval. The eclipse coming in March, March, I'm not sure of the dates, I think the 14th of March is the lunar eclipse, and then around the 20 some is the solar eclipse. We have been out of time, out of the frequency of time for a bit, so we will definitely know the dates as we're going to have live sessions, right? So you will know the dates closer to the time. I'm sure some of you already are weaving in those energies, so you know the dates. We have just been asked to just be very, very present and not really look further than the moment. Connect to the cards. Giriatu talavara. Riesh katir. Varvira griesh. We're so protected. A lot being revealed of the eclipses. Your path being revealed. Your power being revealed. Your truth being revealed. You having understanding. You having understanding of why things happened the way they did. You having clarity. You having vision. You having understanding. A lot of your power returning. Okay. This is a very interesting message. It's a very interesting frequency. It almost feels like you are, and we're entering it. It's for the next few days, you'll feel a shift. Thank you, Source. For we are feeling it's what we are sharing with you is very accurate, and yet there's more to it. For the next few days, you're entering this shift. You are coming into this final stages of your initiation process, where you are coming now to your full power, and they're saying don't fear it, because it feels like as you are moving into the space, a lot more of you is revealed, a lot more of your energy is revealed, a lot more of what you are is revealed. And in the state, it's not that you will, they're bringing just temptation. In the state, it's like either a lot of it, all of you have different things. It's like there's different distractions, and they're asking you not to be distracted. The distractions can come through with all beings from your past life coming in, because now you're shining so brightly, and they're wanting to get more from you, or families now, because remember your light is very bright, and so now people around you almost wanting more of your energy, or even maybe if you still have a lot of family around you, they're wanting more of your attention. There's this energy of things trying to just take from you or distract you, and it's very varied. Okay, it's varied, and it's you just really trusting and claiming your no and saying no. Can't make that event. No, I can't help you with that right now. I really have to focus within. That's what it feels like. It's time for you just to focus on you, because you're ready to claim your frequency, your universe, and it requires solo, the hermit mode. It requires you to be clear in order for you to really fine-tune everything you're going to experience to you. So it requires a selfishness. And Source is saying, yes, allow that selfishness, okay? Don't let people distract you. Don't take on what's not yours. Don't take on other people's stuff. Don't take on the world stuff, you know. Oh, but look at the world, look at what's happening, look at how, release, release, release. You know exactly why things are happening the way they're happening. Source is saying you know the truth of it, so it's time for you to be the truth of it instead of giving power to the low frequencies or to the sadness or to the anguish of the world. You know exactly what's happening. That's why you're here. That's why we came to assist, to transmute, and to raise the consciousness, the collective, to shift Earth into higher frequencies where this anguish and this lack and this unworthiness is being dissolved. So you reacting to what is, it keeps you where you're not meant to be. You need to really honor and hone into your source energy, your frequency, understanding you know exactly why the earth is exactly why it is. Now, know it and claim it and be in that spiritual maturity of knowing and no longer a human reactivity. Release people from distracting you from your path, trying to take from you or trying to dissuade you or just, you know, just distract you. And you are allowed to claim your power. You're allowed to take your time back. Even if you do have children and you're in a relationship, you can ask your partner for assistance in these last few shifts. If you're both shifting, then work together to allow each other a sacred time together as a unit where you release external stuff. So say, guys, for the family, we're not going to be, you know, yes, maybe the kids can go for sleepovers because, you know, the kids are doing their thing and they're having their own ascension through their own grids and their guides. They're very protected, okay? So whatever you're going through, you don't have to worry, what about my kids? Are they going through the same thing? Yes, they are going through the same thing, but they're very protective. They're like on auto run. You don't have to worry about their shifts. It's organically happening, okay, for them, because they're born in the Aquarian frequency. They're born in the energies already here. So they're anchoring those frequencies organically. For us who came through the Piscean age and then shifting, it's a bit more of a process to transmute because we elected to take on the illusion and the fear, and now it's the clearing into the Aquarian while they are pure Aquarian. So you don't have to worry about them. They're fine. Source really wants you to know your kids are protected. They're fine. So you just focus on you, on your path, on your journey, you and your partner, on your paths, on your journey, on what you need to do. If you need to release people, release family, release external distractions for a month, just say, hey, we're just detoxing from people and we're just being, it's you and I, you and us, it's just us right now. And that's going to bring you so much peace, because now as you really clear, you're really going to feel your path really clearer, and it becomes a lot more sacred, because you're honoring it. It becomes more sacred. It becomes more, look at these temples, look at this. It's like this is a sacred path. It's a sacred energy, and you're honoring it. You're no longer giving humans, external humans, permission to override your path. This is a sacred journey. This is you back in past lives going into caves and cutting off from everyone and having a month of integration before you see everyone, and you allowed yourself that experience. Except in this timeline, in this space-time, we are to do the same initiation process within the collective, right? And so, but you are at this stage allowed. It's when you release yourself and go into the caves, it's easy. You have disappeared. So to release people is easy because you've literally shifted away from them. But for you to remain here within everyone and then release them, that's now tricky, because now you are taking other people's emotions and what they think of you into account. And that's what's being transmuted and healed right now. You giving other people's views and emotions and codependencies on you power over you claiming you. You saying, I'm going through a sacred process. You're not being ashamed of saying it at work. I'm going to take time off, or I'm going to ask that I can just be a little bit more in this project, if you can say, or if you're going to, if you're working in teams, work in teams. Do you, and yet you can, there are ways in which you can cut off excess distractions. That's what it is, so that you're harnessed and honed into your frequency, so that when you're done with work, work is done and you're in your grid. And you can say, look, I'm not going to do extra stuff. When I clock off, I need time for myself, so I'm going to do all I need to do, but then when I'm done, I'm done. Please don't give me extra things. When I come into the office, that's when I work. Setting those boundaries. No longer letting people use you. No longer letting work milk you for all it's worth, but in a way where it's to your detriment. No longer doing extra things and favors, which for people and people who don't actually appreciate you. You know, there's a difference between somebody who has always been there for you, and then they ask, it feels like, yes, thank you for asking. It actually feels a delight. But if you're doing something for the sake of doing it, if you're doing something because the person's just used to asking you things and you actually don't want to do it, it's time for you to say no. It's time for you to honor your time, your space as a sacred frequency, especially at this time as you're shifting into your new space. Source is saying it's time to clear energy, to clean house, to stop letting distractions, things you don't want to do, people you don't want to actually see, ways of being you don't want to be. It's time that you really clear that energy completely and allow yourself your own peace of mind, your own sacred energy. And to know that you are protected in this space. You don't have to worry, oh, but if I do this in my job, I'll lose my job. No, you won't lose your job. In fact, they're going to respect you more. They'll start respecting your time. Oh, but if I do this, then no, they're going to start respecting you more, because now you are setting boundaries, and they have to understand, why are you setting boundaries? So the reflection has to come back to them. And if they can't have that reflective space, wonderful, then they're cleared from your grid until they have learned to have a reflection of themselves, so they can actually honor you in the way that you are to be honored. It's time for you to demand and expect to be honored in the way in which you honor others. Okay, you are allowed to be honored. You're allowed to be respected. And it's not from you being better. It's from, no, you honor and respect others around you. You are conscious. You're a conscious creator. And you are now allowed to have people honor and treat you with respect and honor your boundaries and not use you and manipulate you and overlook you and misuse you. And it's time that you now step into that power and know that you are protected as you do so. In fact, it assists all that you are to be revealed. It allows your power to bloom. Within divine love, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Take care.